2. What's good, man? It's your boy Looking Lean. Today we coming at y'all with another reaction video. Right now here I got pulled up this football IQ quiz by First Down Training. Now this is a guy that he's on Instagram, Twitter, all the platforms. He's always trying to help out the youth, train trainees. I watched him a lot growing up, watched him a lot in high school, still watch him a lot on Instagram and everything. He helped me get my football IQ up and everything. You know, this is a guy that he trains the mental part as well as the physical part, but he's mainly focused on the mental aspect of football. Obviously, you need the mental aspect to perform. I believe he's more of an offensive guy, whereas I'm a defensive guy. You know, as I played Division I football, played at the University of Dayton, and I played at Hampton University. Given that I played, you know, I feel like I know the game. I feel like I'm gonna do good on this quiz. So we gonna see though. We gonna see, cause he might throw in some wrenches, throw some weird stuff. We gonna see. Without further ado, let's get it.
Today we're going to be going over a great football.
Hey y'all, it might be hard because with our defense at Hampton, we used to disguise a lot. Like we disguise everything. So
I'm going to drop a defense on this whiteboard, and then I'm going to pause the video or give you guys a chance.
He's just going to drop a defense, and we
think about what type of coverage it is that I'm drawing up. So one of the most
important things, especially, we gonna see. I feel like he's gonna make it plain.
You come up to the line of scrimmage with your quarterback, whether you're a receiver, whether you are a running back,
but we gonna see, because
looking at the coverage to see what the defense is doing, because every defense has.
I feel like I'm gonna get it. I feel like I'm gonna get 6 out of 6.
They're trying to ultimately do. Now, can some defense disguise their coverage? Yes, and we'll talk about that later in the video. But that's how this video is going to roll. So, first defense I'm going to draw up here. So we got our free safety lined up here, and these dashes are obviously the hash marks. Ball is in the middle of the field. This is a 2x2 offensive formation. So then we got our strong safety here. We're gonna have our corners lined up over here. We're gonna have 4 down linemen. Then we're gonna have our Will, gonna have our Mike, and going to have our Sam backer. So this is the defense, you guys. So a couple hints. These 2 safeties are lined up outside of the hash marks. These 2 corners are like pressed up, outside leverage on the 2 outside wide receivers. And then these are our 3 linebackers.
So obviously we see it's a split field coverage, meaning it's even on both sides. It's 3/2. You see that triangle that they make? It's 3/2. So given that it's a split field coverage, it either has to be cover 2 or cover 4. And I see, given that the corners are pressed in on the outside, it could be cover 2. But obviously Hampton, we like to disguise a lot as corners. Not even just at Hampton, but in general. So it could be disguised. But given that they're outside, as well as the safeties are outside the hash, it's most likely going to be cover 2. But there has to be some sort of middle runner. And from this position, that's going to be a tough one from this Mike position. But I'm assuming he's gonna be a middle runner, and they're playing cover 2 on both sides. So we gonna guess cover 2 on this one.
So you guys can go ahead and pause the video and think about.
If it was cover, I mean, it could be cover 4, but most likely it's gonna be cover 2.
Fellas, if you are a wide receiver or quarterback and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we're gonna be coming out to 15 different.
We're not here for the promo, y'all.
Across the entire U.S.
Not here for the promo.
We have San Francisco limit spots. We don't let exposure camps with the out of Washington, Chicago. So guys, cover 2, you would be correct on this coverage. Now, what makes it cover 2?
It is cover 2, y'all.
People will say that the corners being pressed outside leverage makes that it's cover 2, because cover 2 looks a lot like a defense called cover 4. Those are both 2 high safety concepts, and everybody would be like, oh, well, if the corners are off, it's cover 4. If the corners are pressed, it's cover 2. Because
I was thinking, I mean, we press bail a lot in cover 4, so it could be.
These 2 safeties are in charge of the deep half
whatever
field, right?
But that's a lot of open space though for the Mike though.
So the corner drops, safety, corner drops. But the corners being outside leverage and press, is not the reason how you could tell that this is cover 2. A lot of people might think it is, and maybe in some defenses it is if they don't do a good job disguising it, but as you get to a higher level of football, these corners are crafty individuals. Corners will always lie to us. Safeties will tell the truth. And the tell based on the safeties is them being outside of the hash.
They need to cover that ground to get to that whole shot.
Closer, not to
meaning the outside receiver is going on a vertical route. The corners are not going to run with that to a certain extent. So the safeties need to be able to get over top of that route.
Safeties are outside the hash. Added bonus that those corners were pressed and outside leverage. And then obviously the Sam backer's playing hook to curl. Mike's playing middle hook to curl. Will is playing hook to curl over here. So the weaknesses of this defense.
Mike got to play middle runner.
The corner of the safety and the middle of this field. All right, fellas. So same format on the second part of our football IQ quiz. I'm going to draw up a defensive look, and you guys are going to tell me what coverage you think it is based on what I drew up.
We're gonna see.
This whiteboard. So first,
question
we're going to have a single high safety in the middle of the field. So that's my free safety. Then our corner is going to be up here, inside leverage on my outside wide receiver. The Will backer is going to be head up on that slot receiver. Then we obviously have our Mike backer here, and then we're going to be having our Sam backer walked down up on the line of scrimmage. So we have 4 down linemen, and that Sam backer is walked down. And then we have our strong safety lined up here, head up on the slot, and then we have our corner on the opposite side, inside leverage on the outside receiver. So single high free, inside leverage from the corners, head up with the Will, head up with the strong safety. Sam looks like he's bringing pressure, and the Mike is lined up right over the running back. So guys, I want you to pause this video, think about your answer. What coverage does this look?
All right. Now we got a middle of the field safety. Close on the middle of the field, we're thinking cover 1 or cover 3. Unless you disguise it. But we're thinking cover 1, cover 3. So, given that the corners are inside, I mean, if we were to play man-to-man, yes, the corners have to be inside to take up the easy slant route, that's easy stuff. You want to force the ball outside if it's man. But, if you apply that same rule to this Will backer and the strong safety right here, they would have to be inside leverage too. To not give up that, they could give up a dig route. They could give up a slant potentially if the Mike's not looking at the right side. So if it was a man look, I think they would be inside. Given that leads to my next point. Another reason that the corners could be inside. I don't know for sure, but another reason that the corners could be inside. If it's cover 3, they have to midpoint these 2 receivers. They have 2 threats in their deep third. So they're going to have to midpoint these 2 receivers, which means they're going to have to play inside. Because if they're outside, they're not going to be able to get to that seam route by this L right here. Same with the other side. And they could just be sending a blitz and play a hot cover 3 behind it with this S right here. Or they could drop him off. See, they could do a lot of things from here. But my guess would be cover 3. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hey, so be it. But I don't think they're going to play head up if you're playing man-to-man. You want to take a leverage, y'all. They're not just... Even if they played it from the outside, they could still take that leverage from the outside. But head up, you're giving them a two-way go. They want to get that reroute and then get outside to the number 1 receiver. So... I would say there is a cover 3.
Look like. Now, if you guys said cover 1,
that
would be correct. Now, there are like maybe 2 single high free safety concepts. You have either cover 1.
We gonna see why I say cover 1. I say cover 3. We gonna see.
Coverages, right? So cover 1 and cover 3 can kind of look interchangeable. You have a single high free.
But I would want these dudes to have a leverage, y'all. Especially in then. You have a Will over top of a slot receiver. Recipe for disaster. I don't think they would play this.
Corners will always lie to us, but in this specific case, the strong safety is what tells us the truth. Because if this corner's inside leverage on the Z, inside leverage on the X, and his eyes are on him, that looks a little bit like man coverage. But again, they could disguise it and they could bail off. The key tell here is the Will backer and the strong safety lined up head up over these 2 slot receivers with eyes on them, and the Sam looking like he is going to be bringing pressure. Now, this Mike backer could also also be bringing pressure, but if this running back comes out and runs like a hook route, that is ultimately man coverage. So single high free kind of acts as like a deep center fielder back there. We got man coverage, obviously man coverage here, man coverage here, man coverage here.
See, I just don't think in 2025 we're gonna man up a Will Backer over a slot receiver. I don't think that. I mean, I could be wrong. Obviously, I could be wrong, but
why it is cover one. Now, what could work well against cover one, you guys? I mean, you know, you could work a quick fade. You could maybe work like a corner route. You could work like a quick slant from the slot.
see, that's a mismatch every time. I think this is an offense. Honestly, he got football IQ. I feel like I have football IQ. He drew this up for the offense, like this for the offense to win right here. This matchup, I don't like it at all. Why would we have a Will Backer on a slot receiver? If you think about it, you gonna put who's a Will Backer in the league? Let's just say, the Ravens, my boy Harrison, bro. My boy Malik, I think Malik Harrison, that's his name. You gonna put Harrison on Lad McConkey or Devontae Smith in the slot? Like, you look crazy right here.
You could work a slant from the outside if you feel you could be inside leverage. Again, guys, as a QB, just make sure that you are.
It'll be a cover one. I mean, it says either cover one or cover three. Is that a point? I'll say no, because I guess cover three.
So let's say the slot on the strong safety is a good matchup. We want to exploit that.
But I would never, if I was a coach, I would never play cover one with this personnel.
Change the call or whatever the case may be. But that is your breakdown of the cover one defense.
All right, now.
If you ever want to know why I block,
so boom. Is that the end of the video? I'm assuming that's the end of the video, y'all.
I just found what may be the biggest.
Alright, boom. That's the end of the video, y'all. I mean, hey, what was that? 1 out of 2. I think they had 2 questions. I thought they would have more. They had 2 questions. 1 out of 2, 1.5 out of 2, whatever you want to say. I mean, hey, bro, I don't care, bro. I got that right. I got that last one right. But anyways, that was a good video, y'all. I like training my mind as a corner playing football. It's good practice, y'all. If you ever get online, you know, go to First Down Training. His account has a lot of valuable information. I used to watch him all the time, y'all. All the time. But without further ado, y'all, I'm finna get up out of here. Y'all have a blessed one. Y'all stay safe today. It's still snowing or whatever. Y'all be smooth out there. Don't skid on the ice. Be driving. Everybody have a blessed one. Without further ado, peace.